also Google the chemical inputs of a chemical fertilizer and a chemical bomb. Tell me the difference. Tell me the difference. The chemical waste that are supposed to be discarded are turned into fertilizer for us to use. That's all. And then we can go out and say it's a wealth creation. Who told us wealth creation? What impact has it in our health? These are truths which everybody knows. But who is to talk? And if you talk, where is the alternative? I am talking. I am bold to go all over Nigeria, in Abuja, everywhere, to talk about this because I have the alternative. Are you getting what I mean? I have the alternative. After talking to you, I will tell you this is the alternative. But if I don't have the alternative, no matter what I say, I will keep silent. It makes no meaning to us. It makes no meaning. Our tomatoes, get your tomato, put it. In those old days, we used basket to preserve tomatoes. Is that not true? Yeah. And it will stay for months. Get tomatoes now, keep it for 1 week, and get back to it. Yeah. And we did it again. Because of what we used to plant them. I am here not only to sell the fertilizer. If I tell you the price of this, you ask me, then why are you moving about? Yes. All the money I spent to make this program, I know the quantity of fertilizer I will sell to make the profit. Because it's little or no profit. But the health knowledge is better. Because in no distant time, the truth shall be told, as we are telling you today. If we have fallen victim of this, our children should not fall victim of it. Are we understanding that? Let me go to the animal nutrient. I will come back to the fertilizer. But this is our animal nutrient. The same organic production. This animal nutrient. Number one, if you use this nutrient, let me say it's for all animals. But what differs is the life application. What differs is the what?
Life application.
Do we have poultry farmer here?
Yes.
The poultry farmer?
Yes.
Good. Now listen. Good. How do you bring up your birds from day one? Can you tell us the application methods and the things you do to bring up, to rear up your bird?
At the 21st day, you give another gomboro. And then you give lasota, first lasota, second lasota at maybe 21, 24 days, and then maybe a third lasota if you would wish. But at least gomboro has to go at least 2 times before that last lasota, and then the deworming and everything, not to talk of the heat you provide. So those are stages from day 1, at least up to 4 weeks.
We don't have professional farmers that can tell you we are 100% doing farming because the cost of farming is so high. It's so high. And that is why you see a lawyer. Your children will want to be lawyers. You see a doctor. Your children want to be what? Doctors. How many of us farmers, our children want to be farmers? How many of us? A child of a farmer in Nigeria will prefer to ride Okada than to join his father in farming. Because he has not seen the dividend of the farming. He sees his father go to farm, come back, struggle to pay his school fees. your boy to do? No. If his father is a farmer, and every time there's food, school fees is well paid. Boy, what university do you want to go to? If you ask the boy, what do you want to do? Like, say, I want to do farming. So you don't blame our youths who are roaming about, doing something that cannot fetch them a lasting thing than farming. You don't blame them. Because we that are their fathers are into farming, the cost is so high that we are not depending on the farm alone. But we have come to define farming. We have come to make sure that our farmers' capacity are built. That our children, yours truly, I don't know if there is any country that is blessed in the world more than Nigeria. I don't know if there's any country in the world that is blessed than Nigeria. It's only Nigeria you can find a country that has up to 56 minerals. More than that in one country. It's only Nigeria. It's only in Nigeria that our youth number, the number of youths we have, are more than the number of adults, which is a very rich asset to us. But because of 1 + 1 and one thing or the other, our youths are all, their eyes are overseas. Their eyes are in many things. But with what we are doing, I think we can recall the attention to farming because the capacities are going to be built. Are we understanding now? Now let me come on this. Let me use birds, for instance. I'll touch on it. Is for your fish, is for your pig, is for your cow, for your cattle, it is for your mushroom, it is for your anything animal, anything bird, anything snail, anything livestock, it is for you. Anything living, you give it to it. Let me give you, for instance, let's use, for instance, bird. If you have a day-old chicken, a day-old, and you just bring it now, you put this in their water, and you put this in their feed, you don't need any form of immunization. You don't need any form of antibiotics. You don't need booster feed. You don't need any other thing. Put it in their water and put it in their feed, they take it, and that is all you need. But you know the happiest thing? It guarantees you zero mortality. It guarantees you have what? Zero mortality. And that is your healing. If you have 100 birds and you're putting it in their water to drink, in their feed to eat, you won't record one death. It is pure healing. What I'm saying, a lot of farmers in Nigeria are using it. So many farmers in Nigeria are using it. I have documentaries here. You can also track it out. If it fails you, call me. If you apply it in the right way, you won't record any mortality. Now, the bird will grow stronger, smart, and healthier, including your fish, including your people, in the outdoors. It will detoxify them, it will build their immunity to resist illness, and also make them to be smart. By the use of this is in powder form, not in liquid form. This one that is liquid form. This is in powder form. By the use of this, I'll tell you the measurement. That's why we normally run programs like this for 2 days. If you put it in their water, they are drinking it. You put it in their feed and they are eating it. At 4 weeks, you will sell that bird at the weight and size of a 6 week bird. One advantage of this is this. Outside that we said zero mortality, outside that we said you will save money from drugs, you won't give again. You will save money from, none of them will die. Another advantage you have is you save money from the feed. You know the reason? Yeah. The more they drink the water that this contains, it has an aroma. They would like to be drinking the water than eating the feed. If you use 10 bags of feed to grow 50 birds to maturity, by the use of this, it will reduce to 6 bags. Because the birds will be drinking more of water, becoming heavier, gaining weight and body size. You understand that? Another also saving money you save also is this. If you save money for antibiotics, you save money from the medications, you have saved money on that. You save money from zero mortality, none of them will die. You save money from the feed that that turns to be lower. Another money you save also is from their maturity level. If you used to sell those pests at 6 weeks, you will not sell them at how many weeks now? Wow. So you have also saved money from the excess week you should have fed them. If it's layers, if you apply it to your layers, if your layers will be 6 weeks, then 5 months, or they're about to start laying, and they're eating this, they will start laying on time, and also stop laying at the long run. So you make enough profit from one bird because it will start laying early and stop laying very late. And they will give you maximum egg per day. If you use this on your pig, forget about pig flu and forget about CC fly. It doesn't mean you don't protect those feet like I'm talking about poultry now. If you're giving it to your birds, you know the usual thing in bed rearing is that you make them to be warm. Am I right? Yeah. You make them to be warm. Make them to stay on a conducive environment. Don't expose them, and then make sure there's light. Because birds, they eat in the day and also eat in the night. If a bird is eating in the day and eating in the night, it will gain more nutrient than the one that eats only in the daytime. You understand that?
Does this nutrient cure coccidiosis? Does this cure cough and coryza? I want to know.
It's a general answer. I have even answered it.
Yes, of course.
It's a guarantee. Are you okay now?
Yes. My name is Angela. My question is this. What is the name of that nutrient?
This one. It's an also nutrient. But the name, like I said, we always name it was named after the manufacturer's recommendations from people. If you check it here, it says it's an also product, but it's all from AAC Miracle Feeders Nutrient. AAC, I said, is what? Asia Africa Corporation. And its head office is where? In Thailand, with office in Nigeria. And we are the people that have the franchise. So, when we are saying all these things, we want to make sure our people will have alternative. The alternative is approved by the Federal Ministry of Agriculture. We have nano products now with zero chemical. With what? Zero chemical. Any bird you use this to train or to nurture to maturity, cook it. It gives you the same taste and nurture and tight meat like a local farm. It is now that children start eating the bone of fowl. In our own days, we don't eat it because you can't crack it. Is that not true? But now, a child can eat it. Cook with it and keep it for 3 days. Even if you put it in the freezer, the meat is as soft as it can be. But any meat, any bird you use this, like a local farm, the more you boil it, the more harder the meat becomes. It will get to a point in like catapult, you will be drawing chicken meat because it's strong. All this consumption of chemicals and acidity into our body system that makes it, the little money you make as a farmer, a high profit, you spend it in the hospital because you also eat what you produce. The little profit you say, okay, I've gotten profit now. Your children eat it, you eat it. So the 70% of the money you make also ends in treating illness of you, your family, or your workers. I believe every farmer should use it. At 3,500, and a farmer buys one. This one is 1 liter, and this one is 100 mils. So this one is 15,000, and this is 100 mils at how much? 3,000. So you discover that this one at 15,000 is better than this one at 3,500. How many bottles of this can give you 1 liter? If you make the mathematics, you see that this one is cheaper than this one. And it has, right from Thailand, Thailand manufactured it, it has no expiring date. Because they said the more it stays, the more effective it's becoming.
Yes.
Do you understand that? But because of Nigerian standardization said anything you are selling must have an expiring date. Good, sir. So that's why they put it at 4 years. That's why they put it at 4 years. So if not, right there in Thailand, there's no expiring date. But the ones that are coming to Africa because of our standardization, are you understanding me? So that's why. And then how do you apply it? I will come to multiple and scenario. How do you apply this? You take 20 mils, add it to 20 liters, stir it, and spread it on the leaves once weekly. Once what? Weekly. You spread it between 7 to 10 days. Once between 7 to what? 10 days. Maybe you apply it now. Within 7 days, you couldn't have time to go to the second one. You have up to 10 days valid to still apply the second one. Don't apply it under a heavy sun because it's not chemical. It's not fermented. If you apply it under a heavy sun, it will not work. Apply it early in the morning and what? Late in the evening. Do you understand that? Please, I want His Highness to come. Come, sir. Sorry for bothering you. Sorry for bothering you, sir. All these small ones, they are give me one. No. Just give me one. Shake it. Open it, sir. What's the color? It's just like this. You know why I say His Highness should come? Look, yes. Now listen. Why I said he should come is I want him to give me one. so that nobody will say the one I used is a demonstration one.
Yes.
I also wanted to shake it so that you know that even if it's speculated, it has been all roundly shaped. And when I say it has no chemical, it has no chemical. It has no chemical. You can spread it on your fruited pumpkin and harvest it to wash it and eat. You can spread it on your tomato, harvest it and eat. It has no chemical. If anybody comes to you to tell you what did they teach you, say organic. I say I also have organic, tell you to test it for you. Because organic is a natural source. If it has no chemical, it will not be injurious to health. Am I right? Yes, sir. Yes, because we go for a vision like my Oga said here. He said we have also other organics. And that's true. We have some organics in Nigeria. And remember what I said. I said apart from nano-organic, any other organic you have is a blended with chemical. Do we understand it? And that's why I also said, okay, we went for exhibition somewhere, as I'm talking to you now. Somebody also stood up. Permit me to give the assignment this was a compliment. Thank you, sir. So now, I met them and they said, the guy was there. I said, we also produce organic. We also have organic. And it's liquid. The oil is liquid. So there's no speciality about it. I said, yours truly, this is the only nano-organic in Nigeria for now. If there's any other one, it is not nano-organic. It is not pure 100% natural. It was like an argument. But okay, where's your product? He brought it. And I said, organic means natural. Is that not true? Yeah. And I said this organic is natural. I opened it and tasted it. Test your own. He said I'm not the manufacturer. He said I'm not the manufacturer. Oh yes. And I'm not the manufacturer of this one. Because I'm sure of what I have. Yes. That it has no single chemical. Yes. It is not, if I have tasted this raw and you dilute it with water and spread it, is it going to be harmful? No. It's a simple mathematics now. Yes. If I have tested this thing raw, and then you now put it in 20 liters of water and spread it in Ogo and have it, is it going to be detriment to your health? No. No. It has no chemical. Use it to plant. Whatever you plant, it took 3 years for the Federal Ministry of Agriculture to give us certification because they took it to field trials. If you say cassava, they used to plant cassava, harvest it, take it back to lab. It will give them the result. Are you getting what I mean? Yeah, it's quality. Someone is using your pumpkin before other people that have the same pumpkin with you will talk about their own coming up. You're just selling your own. Quick fruiting, quick maturity. That's about one. Quick growth. Now, miracle 2 is for growth. It's for fruiting. It's for what? Fruiting. If you apply this one, and then you discover that it is fruiting, it has started bringing flower to fruit, you apply miracle 2. This one is for fruiting, adhesiveness, and then it will also give you a taste. If you eat corn, use this to plant. You don't need to put it salt. The taste will be very good. If you use it to apply on tomato and give it to children, they will not allow one. They would like to eat it raw because it will taste so sweet. If you have any of your palm trees or coconut or guava, before the fruit, they all fell down. Mix the two. Listen now. Mix what do I say? What happens now? This is I'm coming. This is 20 mils to 20 liters. And you apply it for how many times? 5 times. Because it's 5 times to finish. But if it is a mixture, take 5 of this. 10 mils here, 10 mils here, it will give you how many mils? 20. And you put it in how many waters? 20 liters. And then if you apply this on 20 to 20 and it gets to 5 times. So if you now did it 10, how many times will it go? 10 times. Because if you stop at 5 times, they have not gotten the required nutrients. Are we getting it? Now, if you apply this one singly, you apply 20 mils to 20 liters. You understand that? If you mix the two, that means you got 10 there and 10 there. Instead of ending it at 5 times, you end it at 10 times. To make sure that the crop or your plant absorb the required nutrients it requires. Do you understand? And then if the plants have grown like all these ones here, they have grown, you cannot reach their leaves. Apply it where? On their stems. It has nothing to do with the soil. Unlike chemical fertilizer, the more you apply it on your soil, the more it corrodes the land. At the long run, that land begins to suffer depreciation. Am I right? Yes. The more you use this, the more fertile your land is becoming. Do you know the reason? No. The reason is this. Listen. If you plant and apply this on the leaf, your crop doesn't require the soil nutrient. It has this nutrient with it. We all know the process of photosynthesis. Now, the soil nutrient is there. It's not used. And remember, you put it in the water. Am I right? Yes. If you put it in water and spread on the leaf, will you want enough to drop on the ground? And the one that drops on the ground is not being used because your crop doesn't need it. The more you use it, the more your land becomes fertile. Unlike this one, the more you use it, the more your land depreciates. The more you use this one, the more your land appreciates. When you come to mushroom, the one you apply in mushroom is the nutrient, it's not the fertilizer. The one you apply in your mushroom is the what? Is the nutrient. And all of us know in mushroom, yours truly, we have a mushroom multipurpose cooperative society here. And I would have brought the one who will teach in the mushroom. But usually, we have the teachings on the second day. Because the first day teaching is always very crash. And then the time of doing that one, if we go into that, you give the nutrient. What you do is, you know that mushroom requires water. Am I right? No. Now, mix it up with the water. As the water drops on the mushroom. Yes. If I show you the picture of the mushroom canopy, you'll be surprised that mushroom farmers, we have mushroom farmers multipurpose cooperative society. The certificate is here. They are using it, and that is why so many of them are encouraged, because they think you will have a very big and robust smell. All of these things I'm telling you, they are people who are using it practically in Nigeria. Do you understand me? This product is sold worldwide. It's not only in Nigeria.
Question.
Neither is it. Go ahead.
This silver, everywhere is smell. I can mix them before dry.
Can anybody answer? I said it now.
Because
Can anybody else answer it? Yes. I said mix it with the water and pour it there. And the debris. Because now you put debris for them to eat it. So if you mix it in the water and put it in the debris, and they're eating those debris soaked with
to bridge food.
No, I said when to make it.
Okay, when your food is aborted, when your food is aborting food, you use it to stop the abortion.
Sure. I'm not getting the spread on this thing. And then one thing I want to also say in this spraying is, if you want to use knapsack sprayer, please don't use knapsack that has chemical. If you have used that same knapsack to spray chemical on waste, please wash it about 4 or 5 times to make sure that you have washed off. This is natural. If you mix it with chemical, it doesn't give you any result. Avoid spreading it under a heavy sun. Spread it very early in the morning or later in the evening, when the heat of the soil has gone down. Someone called me one of the days. I said yes. He said, I'm in the farm now. I've been spreading it on my pumpkin and it's not doing well. I said never. You can apply it the right way and don't get the right result. It's never done. You said I'm not getting the result. When I took my time, when he called me was after 4. I said, where are you now? He said, I'm in the farm spreading the fertilizer. I said, by 4 o'clock. He said, what is evening time? By 4 o'clock, the heat of the soil is still there. Yeah. When I say evening, I mean when the heat has gone. It doesn't mean when the 4 is 4 p.m., so it's evening time. No. No. And then one other woman, I think it's, yes, okay, his name. He said he has spread it in his farm, and then, what do you call it, the cassava is not doing well. I said, your own cannot be different. If this thing has been achieving results all over the world, your farm cannot be different. What happened? He said, I applied it the way you told me. Now tell me, how did I tell you? Repeat it and let me see. He said he applied 20 mils from here. 20 mils from here. How many mils?
Okay.
And put it in 20 liters of water.
Okay.
I said, it's not me that teach you that. Even if I'm sleeping, in the dream, I can't teach something like that. Even if I'm sleeping, I can't teach you to do something like that, even in the dream. So, if you apply it the right way, you get the right result.
Okay.
Apply those things. Fee. Go around and apply it on this thing. Know how it will drill down.
Yes.
As it drills down, it's absorbed.
But if peradventure it falls on the ground, it's an advantage.
It will make the land to be more fertile.
Yes.
Yes. But don't apply it on the soil.
Soil, no.
Or this is the soil now. You now apply it here. No. Apply it on the stain.
Yes.
As you apply it here, it's drilling down, it's being absorbed.
Before it gets that ball.
Yes. The technology that was used in this thing is what? Nanotechnology.
Ideato nation, Ideato farmers, Ideato farmers, commercial, Ideato farmers, commercial, Ideato farmers.
Please, as I'm here now, this one is 15,000 naira. This one is 10,500. What I usually do is, if I'm coming for a program like this, like I'm just coming now, I don't come with products. This one I am here with now, one of what that brought me here owns it. If you have the capacity to be a marketer, or you have the capacity to be a distributor, you can buy in bulk at a reduced price If I come for seminar like this, you sell your product. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, like this one now. If I carry product as I'm moving, it disturbs me. If we are going to have another program, and any of you have the capacity to be a distributor, this product can never lack here. The only lack is when people don't have this to stock and give to others. If you will wait for me to be supplying you, or wait for somebody to be bringing for you, you may look for it, you may not see it. It's not that it's out of stock. But if you have any of you here that says, I want to be a marketer, in marketing, yours truly, forget the bank, we have the franchise, we spend the money. What I do is buy in bulk. I will give you at a reduced price. So others will come and buy from you. And they have it available. Anytime they want, you don't call me, but you go to where the person is selling it. Do you understand that? If you call me, you may say, I'll get you. But what if when we are not available to supply? So any of you here who can be a marketer, get it, stock it. When we come and teach, you sell your product. Do you understand that? God bless you. Thank you.
What is the content? What is the volume of that one?
Which one?
The one you are holding.
This one.
How many mil?
It's 100 mil.
100 mil. The other one is
1 liter.
1 liter.
1 liter.
The sachet.
The sachet is how much?
Which is 100 grams. 35.
Same price.
35. They are very cheap. If you use them, the result effect will be